Hello everybody. This is another one of those wonderful Fridays where I cannot be with you because I'm at professional development. So I'm going to have Mr. Evans help you guys however he can. He's a great writer, so I'm sure he will be able to assist you. There are a few things that I want to remind you to do as you revise your literary commentaries today. Throughout the week, we've been working up towards this final draft of the commentary, and you should, coming into today, have a rough draft that you're ready to just revise. So I wanted to remind you of a few details and then release you to work for the rest of the period. Okay? So the first thing is that I want to remind you about is grouping like ideas. If you remember in our mentor text here, she has everything about the form, about all those parentheses that look like a bowl. She's got everything right here. That's it. That's all of her talk. She doesn't mention it down here. She doesn't go up here. It's all grouped together. You need to do the same thing. Make sure that wherever you're talking about Maya's race, for example, or her displacement, that is grouped together. You don't have sentences wandering about down here. Okay? Number 2, length of the quotes. Again, remember our mentor text. She uses just a couple of words. I think her longest quote is like 5 words, has nowhere else to go. And they're integrated into the sentences. So if you have quotes that are 2 or 3 lines long, think about that really hard. You're not dissecting enough if you're trying to explain 2 or 3 lines of text at once. So half a line, explain it. Half a line, explain it. So just make sure that you're really focusing in on what you need to analyze and not having long quotes. Okay? Number 3, depth and ratio of explanation. So remember, again, good old mentor text, the things that I have highlighted here are my quotes and my figurative language. Everything else, all that white, is explanation. So if you look at that ratio, we've got like at least 1 to 2, okay? So 1 is the quote, 2, twice as much at least of explanation, okay? So yours should look very similar to this. You might want to even take your rough draft and highlight it just like we highlighted our mentor text so that you can really visually see, do I have the kind of explanation that I need to have, okay? Next, theme repeats at the conclusion. The theme of our mentor text is hopes of love can sometimes be coupled with the sting of rejection. And if you turn it back to the back, our mentor text repeats, Grace Truitt utilizes humor throughout her poem to satirize how humans interact when in love. So what's nice, and this is for you too, she's got a really, really clear theme statement. She doesn't repeat that theme statement. She doesn't lift it out and write it again here at the end. She just refers back to it, how humans interact when in love, how humans are when they are in love. Okay? Same thing for you. If you repeat the exact same theme statement here in the conclusion, I am not giving you full marks. Okay? So just FYI. And last, this is really the easiest one, guys. You should just do a quick polish at the end for punctuation. Have you actually closed your quotes? That's something I'm actually noticing in your guys' SIG pages, is you start with the quote, and then you just keep writing. You never close that quote. You never say this is the end of where I'm citing my Angela's work. Okay? So check all your punctuation. You guys have the rest of the period to work on this. It is not homework. You cannot take it home. Whatever you have done, you have done. Okay? So your focus for the rest of the period is not, what is everybody doing this weekend? Your focus is not, what cool music am I listening to? It's, oh my God, I have to write this and write it perfectly. Okay? See you on Monday, everybody, and have a great weekend.